Hello, everybody. Give it up for day 30! How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Ah. Actually, let's find the spot. Okay, found it. Ah. Okay. How are y'all doing? So I know Aiden did say that he has a shower to take. And I did say I was gonna stall. Kind of. Honestly, it's a good reason he's doing this because, I have food in front of me right now, and I do need to eat. Oh. I got myself some more pizza and also some fettuccine alfredo. I'm just digging into the fettuccine alfredo right now. Because as we all know, that stuff is better fresh. I hope everyone's doing all right on this fine Wednesday evening. Yeah, man. I gotta tell y'all, I had another nap after work today, and I overslept again. So who knows what my second win's gonna be like. Are we gonna have another scenario where, like, I'm about to end after an invasion, and then another invasion happens, and I'm like, oh crud, guess we're doing this now. It's going my luck, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Also, this wasn't, like, which, by the way, that's pretty pog. Ah. Pog camp, indeed. So, yeah, today's been good for me. Yeah. I can't believe I'm actually trying to stall here, so. Today was good. Had some work. It was productive, but. Man, there's this one thing that I'm working on. And it's taking forever. Because it's like. It's another form that we're supporting, right? And man, there's been so much technical debt that's accrued over the past, like, few years that it was out there. That, like... to even get it into a state that's, like, actually easy to work with, I have to, like... refactor some code. It's honestly quite tragic. Just how much of this form I've had to rewrite. Well, I guess not rewrite, but just significantly change. So yeah, that's been fun. You could say. Besides that, been doing some Xenoblade and Underline and also writing. Which I guess I could talk about a little bit, so. Y'all know that mystery story that I'm writing? I still haven't gotten to the rising action aspect, but I'm getting close. And when I get there, that might be a good opportunity for me to start making a soundtrack for it. Oh, hi, Cherry. Rebuilding your PC as we speak. Oh, let's go. Wait, rebuilding. Oh. Crud. Is something wrong with it? Did you have to replace a part, or? I hope it isn't anything too serious, but by the sounds of it, if you're rebuilding the whole gosh darn thing, I'm guessing maybe it has serious. Maybe it is serious. It's like the motherboard? But also, hi, Cherry. How are you doing? We're having the OG here tonight. Had to replace the motherboard. Okay, so it was the motherboard. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And its power supply, and had to move it to a different case. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that. I think you mentioned that. That's when I brought up. I think I was on the phone. I think I was on a Discord call with Jimbo at the time too. So it was like, yeah, Jimbo would be telling good advice. Give you some good advice about that, because he had to do the same thing, and I don't even know if his stuff even still works, to be honest. And you're sick for the third time this year? Jeez. Where are you catching these bugs? I hope you feel better soon, though, Cherry. You don't even know. Ah, man. So unfortunate. I hope it's not too serious. When you say sick, I presume, you know, it's probably not. I'm hoping that you're saying that as though you're not coughing up a lung and dying. But regardless, I hope you feel better soon. Ah. But yeah, anyway, moving on, so. But yeah, that mystery story I'm writing, I feel like I'm getting close to the part where the inciting action happens. And of course, you're welcome, Cherry. So once I'm done with that, I can probably just start proofreading it. Start working on start going through it to give it you know, work on a more refined draft. Maybe add another couple chapters or two for like some backstory info. And then it'll just be a matter of making the soundtrack, like a soundtrack for it, and reading it on stream, because I do think having a cliffhanger of sorts. Oh, I feel like that would have potential. Of course, it would also be really mean. Because you would be left on this cliffhanger for a long time as I wrote the next few chapters. Because I've already been writing this for like a month or so? So, like, further chapters would absolutely just, you know, take a long time. Or has it been 2 months? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just know that I've written about 25,000 words so far, so that's pretty good progress. And I have to say, I can't wait to read it to y'all. But I also have to like start making the soundtrack for Final Challenge as well, which I've not even started yet because I've been so busy doing my own writing. So, you know. Okay, it's good to hear that it's only the average level of sickness. So, not good, not terrible. All right. I'm almost done with my fettuccine. I'm sorry to do this now. But I have to go refill my water. I can't believe I'm doing this. Going into a be right back screen right after the starting soon screen. I don't think I've ever done this before. But yeah, I am gonna have to refill my water. It's like pretty much empty, so. I'll be back in a couple minutes. And when I'm done with that, we will get started with 100 line. And see where we left off. See you in a couple minutes. All right. I've returned. I have water. And hi, Yubi. I'm giving you a hug as well. I'm giving you a hug as well. How are you doing? How are you doing, Yubi? All right. Ready for some more 100 line! Sorry, Ian, I stalled all I could. Ah. The 100 line, Last Defense Academy. Once again. Gosh dang it. Why is this? Oh, is it using my game controller? Okay. I keep having an issue where I think my game controller keeps, like... kind of interfering with, you know... with my Pro Controller being number one. Oh, hey, by the way! Day 30,000! I guess we can do the rest of it.
8,600.
Wait, what's going on? Whoa, whoa!
Whoa, whoa! Okay. All right. Hey, look, it's totally not Kadoa. Oh, good morning, Takumi. Morning. I still can't make myself believe Nozomi and Kadoa are different people. They're just too alike. Sorry, I'm in my throat. I have to go. I'll see you later. If she were Kadoa, I can't imagine why she'd act so cold toward me. Even the fact that I get so awkward around Nozomi is why she's putting distance between us. I can't help it, though. Being around her is so confusing. Hi, Yoshika. The carriage that conveyed us here is now stationed in the parking lot on the first floor. It's no wonder the horses pulling it were able to go so fast, and all without ever being seen! We should bring them some hay and water later. Does she seriously not know how a bus works? Cut her some slack, Takumi! Okay, here's what I can do to stall a little bit more. I'll just walk there manually. Although I should probably be taking the stairs, shouldn't I? Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I'm stalling Celine! Aiden misses as little as possible. The things I do for... Strange room. Oh, right, the one with the pods. You know, I've never seen a girl's bathroom in this school. Where the heck do the girls go to the bathroom. Surely they don't just hold it in, do they? Okay. Alright, looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird. Feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden. Hi, Aiden! You've missed, like, maybe 3 lines of dialogue or so. Let's on a killing game and thin out the herd a little! Best girl, as always. Whoa, whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're going to kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for the both of you, you know? Was that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The allies we have, the better we can defend the school. Allies, huh? Anyway, I took a quick look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nigo said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course. So those are the infamous Undying Flames. The sight of them there sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now? What exactly are those flames, Takumi? Hey, I'm not just gonna advance the story without talking to everybody. You stall exceptionally well, and as always, nice! I mean, I even tried to, like, manually walking out to the cafeteria instead of fast traveling. Oh, I'm sorry. I must be such an eyesore. I'll go stand in the corner and try to attract as little attention as possible. Just like that, we got 4 more people we have to live with. And they're all total weirdos, too. Not all of them. Nozomi seems rather down to earth. We certainly have gathered a motley crew of allies, haven't we? It's like one of those yokai picture scrolls in here. I'm glad you're back, Takumi. We still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to Hideko. And your brother always tells me not to talk to strangers, and these people are pretty strange, but still. This is way too many characters to keep track of! Let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little! These guys from the other academy are kind of weird. Making friends with them might be asking a little too much. Well, this time there was a whole nother school just like ours. You really never know what's gonna happen around here. I have nothing to say to you, peasant. Tell Nozomi what she wants to know. Okay. You should go ahead and answer Nozomi's question. We're all dying to learn more about those flames. Those undying flames send a chill down my spine. Could they be some art brought about by demonic blood magic? I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm guessing there's some sort of scientific reason for it. Since it seems like the other school had a machine, or it seems, I'm guessing they had a machine that run it, or I don't know. Probably kills him every time she says his name, SMH. Yeah. Probably. All we can tell you about the flames is what Side told us when we first got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Never?
That's what I said. They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the undying flames.
Fire that never goes out. Sounds like something out of a fairy tale. I'd have never believed if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it. Perhaps 'tis an advanced form of ninjutsu? Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, they must be part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on school grounds. Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either. You got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there, right? We think so. I tried dousing those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up again pretty much right away. It's gonna take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Side said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared. And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless! Sorry. Hey, that wasn't our fault. Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. The school is the real deal, all right. Yes, it's just like Nigo said.
Second to last defense academy is, well, it's a decoy. Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources. There's nothing important here. Humanity's future depends not on the contents of our defense room, but on what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
Surely, 'twas a shock to learn we've been risking our lives to protect a mere decoy. A shock? It was downright infuriating! The B team is no place for someone of my social standing! It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy, after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school. I still say Nigo could have told us that from the beginning. A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigo couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself. Orders from above. CD mentioned higher-ups, too. Who's really controlling this war? But now that Decoy Academy's gone, that means the attacks in this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right? Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is. And there's still like 70 days to go! Oh man, what rotten luck! I don't know if I can hold out that long. What's the worst that could happen? Dying? It's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now. You know, get busy living or get busy dying. You're all so adorable, the way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks may get worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then why fight at all? Why don't we just run? If we use that school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. So you know you missed a lot last stream. What happened to the other Whisper clone? Did he die also? Presumably, in a fiery explosion. Yeah. So, like, he self-destructed the school when that really super uber strong commander came in and TPK'd us. And we don't know what happened to that commander. They could still be alive for all I know. I mean, surely they probably could have survived an explosion like that. Not so sure about Nigo, though. So I'm just gonna presume Nigo is dead. Yeah, that's how it got destroyed. So yeah. Sorry, I'm still eating. You thought the invaders did it? Well, if it weren't for the invaders, it wouldn't have happened. It certainly expedited it, but my guess was that there were bombs that were like set up in the event of that happening. So it was the invaders' fault, but it was more like because it was a last resort that had to be used. Ooh. That's still good stuff. Okay, anyway. We might even be able to drive all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath. Nor does a woman. Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us here know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here. And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it's just a story made up to motivate us, you know? Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed. In the end, we decided if there were even a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Nozomi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it. I didn't really do anything special. How can you be so sure? You have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true? You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? I guess not. If Siude had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nigo told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen. World death. Yes, indeed! Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. So is it like world hunger? Or... Wait. World death? What's that? A no prominent term to deal with. This is gonna overload my excess-sized brain. Oh, it's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You'd best prepare yourselves for a shock. What do you mean? According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. Decimated the population? It's that bad? It's Radical 6! I knew it was a Radical 6 pandemic! That's a Zero Escape reference, by the way. Enough of this dramatic build-up, just tell us what this world death thing is! Quiet, P-Brain, the adults are talking. We tell you we don't want any of that, hey, is that really true? What if it's all made up stuff? Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse? Come on, make with the explanations already! That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom. Didn't everyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin? What, and your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl? Shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl. Spend too much time talking and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die! Is that so hard to understand? So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you. She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than me, too. Do you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere? That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope. Mankind's last hope? Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We're the only ones that can stop our entire species from becoming wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight. And you believe that too? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think it's true? Again, you make a joke of our resolve? You won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you. What about world death? You don't just keep throwing that name around like it means something, or are you actually gonna start explaining things? You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. You'll shove it up the tailpipe of a car you can't afford to insure because you're poor. I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anymore. Kurada, don't be like that. There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait. Oh, you act like a big shot, but this is our school, you know. We were here first. Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go right now. You could say the same for you. You and the school would have been toast if we hadn't helped you out in that battle yesterday. Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll murderize you. Ouch, don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board. Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
Well, excuse the heck out of me. I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
God, I love Donami. She always brings up the
Oh, if you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I ask.
Donami! Stop being so funny! That's enough! You all need to calm down! Takumi's right! You won't get anywhere if we don't work together. I gotta smell the roofies nosing me! That Dreadnought class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you! I'd never do anything like that! I really wouldn't! You know that, right? Please, everyone. We shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. Why can't we be friends? Friends with these guys? Don't make me laugh! Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot from normal people like us. And normal people. Says the guy who is planning on seducing Hideko to get her to keep you from leaving the school. How dare you, sir! I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate. Face the judgment of the holy Jumonji sword, or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction. Satisfaction my ass! I may be a jerk, but he's our jerk! Or Ima may be a jerk, but he's our jerk! I've had just about all I can stand of your loathsome visages. We're done here! Come on, Nozomi. What? Yeah, get lost, see if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. As if Psycho Bay would have fallen for that anyway, SMH. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I really wonder how Hideko would react to this. If only she weren't missing! Trademark. Alright, trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It'd be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out the door before the others started venting their feelings. What's with those guys? Are we really going to have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that? I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening. Like you're one to talk. You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi. So this is my fault. I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion, but what do you think that world death they mentioned is? I'm really curious now. Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to get inside our heads. Damn it, I still feel like I want to hit something. I think I'll go back to my room and cool off. Guess I'll do that too. No killing game then? Maybe next time. Takamaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was already dangerously close to the breaking point. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other like that. Same here. It's not gonna be easy getting them to work together. If Side or Hideko were here, they'd know what to do. It's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve this problem in our own way. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Eito and I parted ways, and I headed back to my room. You still miss the pool scene? Oh my god, Aiden, put your pants back on! After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's gotta be some way. Maybe we just need more time. Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go and take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all this. It's the metal shop on the first floor and the biolab on the second, right? bum 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 bum. Alright, let's go to the metal shop. This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop classroom. Or like something you'd find on a military base. There are all kinds of deadly looking weapons lined up, and the air is thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and cheese here too. I wish we had a magic circle to contain you, Sir Takumi. Then I could easily cut you down the moment you try anything indecent. I don't think she's pretending not to know. I don't think she's pretending not to know me. Katawa would never put in an act this convincing. Is she really not Katawa? Maybe she's lost her memory. Look out, Nozomi! That perv is waiting for a chance to pounce on you and lap up your saliva! Ah, so he's like the yokai Yamachichi that steals its victim's life force by sucking in their breath. Except with saliva! The Holy Jumonji's sword and I will strike him down! I keep telling you I'd never do anything like that! Darn it! She's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. What am I supposed to do here? The way the air smells in here really puts me at ease. Seriously? You like this? With all the metal and gunpowder and everything? I know, it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated lady like myself. But the old Suzuki's actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development. Weapons development? Like guns and stuff? In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gun runners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it encompassed all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to O Suzuki, and the rest is history. Presumably the O is, refers to like the kanji for big, or great. So, I could be wrong about that, but that's my first impression. Is that how names get changed? Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons the likes of which the world has never seen and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all.
For our might the others flee, great and powerful Suzuki!
Current development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. The invaders will rule the day they cross in O Suzuki. Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right? Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours, too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. They all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession. I might forgive them for their insolence. Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. I mean... Takumi, you have a machine that can bring you back to life. You could totally make it work. We can make traps here. We should try it out sometime. Also, by the way, I got pizza too, so I'm nomming on that. So this is the biolab. Looks less like a classroom, more like some kind of a horror movie. What are you laughing at? Can't help it. You just look at this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now that this room is open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about? Mostly stuff that gives our hemo-anima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities, too. Nigo did say there were facilities like this tucked away in dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but it never got unlocked for us. Enhancement development is unlocked. That does sound like it would be useful. But is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs, right? Oh, you're worried about the morality of a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go much, much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as the result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. And now that research is all ours. The fiendish, the outlandish, the downright unpleasant. It's all right here at our fingertips. And what could we use it for? For a start, we could probably make some killer modifications to ourselves. Just like my family did to me. You mean like the way your arm stretches? You know, it's always been my dream to mod somebody else's body. I'd be gentle, and I'd make sure any changes I made were tasteful. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more?
Hey!
Absolutely not. Not interested. Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. Alright, I visited both the new rooms that were unlocked today. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. Between all the arguing and the exploration, today's really taking it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye, or are their attitudes towards fighting just too different? We're representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us, above all others, to defend the world from the invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural that we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands now. It's our responsibility. I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, a way for me to get back home. Would I feel differently if I knew about world death? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Someone's at the door. Could it be her? It's probably Ato. I felt a flutter of anticipation. My hands trembling, I pulled open the door to reveal... Yep, it's Ato. Good evening, Takumi. Do you have time to talk? Oh, it's you, Ato. Were you expecting somebody else? Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, no, it's not like that. What's up? Nothing in particular. I just thought it would be nice to chat a little. I never got a chance to tell you how happy I was to see you again. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time you were gone. Oh, really? I thought maybe you disappeared like Hideko. We went 5 whole days without any contact from you, after all. Sorry, I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch. What happened to you during that storm? How'd you get separated from the group? I'm not really sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching head. By then, I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here. After that, Vigo found me and took me to the other school. Perhaps you got sent flying by the storm? It's possible, I guess. Can't think of anything else that would explain it. Well, you're okay now. That's the important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and that Nozomi girl? When you're around her, you're different. Almost like she's special to you. But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that area. Oh, was that really it? No, not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but will you still hear me out? Of course! Now that I'd been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. I told Ato about Katawa, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home before the war. That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Katawa. They were so alike that I couldn't accept that they were different people, no matter how much I tried. And as much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Katawa, she had no idea who I was. I told Ato about this mystery, and the theories I'd come up with, and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she has amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about it. Come on, Ato, say something. Oh, sorry. This whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read a little while back. What happened in it? The main character ends up in a place that's both familiar and different. A parallel universe. Zero Escape, baby! Parallel universes aren't just other worlds or even the past or the future. They're alternate realities taking place at the same time as our own. You can tell Uchikoshi had a hand in this game. They're bringing up different timelines. What if all the endings in this game are canon, like in Zero Escape? Alternate realities. It's a fairly common trope. Depending on the story, a parallel universe could be completely alien or eerily similar to the reality we know. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character travels to another universe. He finds there's another version of himself there. Another him living his own, slightly different life. Do you think that's the connection between Nozomi and Kadoa? Like, they're alternate versions of each other? I know it sounds ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. It would explain a lot. It would mean Kadoa and Nozomi are the same person, hence all the similarities, but at the same time, they're different. They've lived completely different lives. That would account for Nozomi not knowing you, don't you think? I don't know, Ato. Maybe that's how the stuff works in sci-fi, but I'm having a hard time believing it could happen in real life. I don't know, man. You're in a game that was co-written by Kotaro Uchikoshi. It's probably a given at this point. I suppose you're right. It is a little unrealistic. The situation we're in is already pretty far removed from what we're used to consider reality. Perhaps my sense of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped from all the strange things that have happened to us lately. He's right. If you told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either. Well, he doesn't know he's gonna get true, but Dadami knows she's in the game. She just thinks she's in a Danganronpa game. Little does she know that she's in a half Danganronpa, half Zero Escape, half Fire Emblem game. That's 3 halves, but I don't care. Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre idea. I haven't been much help, have I? That's not true. It's really helped get all this off my chest. And it's such a weird story, most people probably wouldn't believe me. I couldn't have told just anyone about this. I'm honored. And I'll gladly hear you out if you want to talk again, no matter how strange it is. You sure have been having some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this. Oh, right. I almost forgot about that thing. We still haven't figured out what it is. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm gonna make sure he answers for what he's done. I have a theory about this ghost boy. He has always showed up 2 for 2 times. He has showed up just before someone disappears. So, he might not be the culprit. I'm not betting on him being the culprit. But maybe but basically what I'm saying is if someone disappears, maybe you can get him to appear and I don't know. Have a witness this time? Don't take any unnecessary risks. You have no idea how dangerous he might be. I know. I'll be careful. Well then, I think I've taken enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. With that, Ato left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Parallel universes, alternate realities. Could any of it be true? I'm gonna tell you right now. Probably yes. This game was co-written by Kotaro Uchikoshi. I can't think of a single game he's worked on that doesn't have alternate timelines. Like, seriously, it's what he's known for. It sounds so bizarre, but the more I think about it, the more it starts to make sense. Is that what's going on here? Are Kato and Nozomi alternate versions of the same person? Same, but different. Either way, I won't be able to put this issue to rest until I talk to her about it myself. You know, he could possibly confirm it! Remember? Kato was in that car accident before. If she has that scar along her, like, down her stomach... that could be proof positive whether or not she's Katawa or Nozomi. You don't even have to know. At that point, you don't even really have to care if they're about different timelines or parallel worlds. You could figure that out probably just looking at her stomach. Now, of course, the issue with that is that he's probably gonna get his head. Kyoshika is probably gonna cut his head off, you know. But, and of course, Nozomi is also very guarded around him anyway. So, like, how is he gonna be able to confirm that? Yeah, he's gonna be able to perv. That's the thing. So without her confirming it, he's gonna have to, like, see it for himself in some way. Yeah, he's probably gonna need help with this, getting this information. Even after venting to Eito, the frustration I was feeling still wouldn't go away. I turned in for the day and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep. Day 31.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise.
Or you're gonna have to catch her swimming in the pool. You know? Underhanded, but that would work. Definitely nothing wrong with the other pools. I mean, you know, we haven't had a beach episode yet.
Get ready for your 31st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
It's morning. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria as usual. I just hope everyone's a little less prickly today. Bum 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 bum. Dash dancing. Bum 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 bum. Oh, it's just us today? Yeah, no sign of the second campus guys anywhere. Just so you know, none of us picked a fight with them or told them not to come here. They're just plain old no-shows. Fine by me. Who wants to deal with those jerks first thing in the morning? Everyone's turned so hostile lately. I'm loving it. Can't go on like this forever. Gonna have to talk things out with them eventually. You saw how things went down yesterday, Mr. Outsky. Does it really seem like they'll listen to our side of things? That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of the door opening as someone new came into the room. Oh, good morning. It's you, huh? What are you doing here?
Hey!
Gaku, be nice. She can use the cafeteria if she wants. Oh, did you kind of betray your friends and join our side? One of us! One of us! Is that it? Sorry to disappoint you, but no, there's something I want to discuss with you. I wish there was something I could do to smooth things over, but I'd probably only mess up and make everything worse. I'm not buying this goody-goody act. She's just as bad as the rest of them. Do we even need to reconcile with those ragtag misfits? There's nothing wrong with our two teams acting separately. I would like to make friends with the others. There's really nothing I can do. Man, poor Kako. She wants to do her own thing, but she's just shackled to her brother's ankle. What's Nozomi doing here? What does she want to talk about? What's the deal with those second campus guys? I guess we better hear what she has to say. I wonder what Nozomi wants. I hope she's not here to try to patch things up with us. I'm enjoying this tense atmosphere way too much. What did you want to talk about, Nozomi? Are you finally going to tell us the whole story about that world death thing? Sorry. I'd like to, but Kuroda and the others are dead set against it. I know they can be difficult sometimes, but they're still my friends. I can't just go against their decision behind their backs. What do you want, then? I was thinking it might be a good idea to set different times for us to use the cafeteria, at least for a while. If our two groups stay separate, we can reduce the chances of things escalating like they did yesterday. Yeah, I guess there's something in that. It shouldn't be too hard to organize. Our group has a training routine we go through every morning. We're going to keep that up here, so we don't need the cafeteria until later. Wow, you trained this early? That's the kind of dedication I can only dream of. It's all for the good of humanity. We can't afford to lose this war. Yeah, you sound like a walking recruitment poster. That's a lot of big talk for someone who can't even use Hemo Anima. Gaku! There's always bound to be some friction when two groups with competing values come together. It's like when two video game companies merge. Sooner or later, one of their flagship series always ends up getting buried. I feel sorry for the fans. At any rate, I think it's best if we keep our distance until we've all calmed down a little. That's all I wanted to say. I'll be going now. Wait.